We continued the constructive dialogue and trust-based context that we have established with the President of the friendly Republika Srpska, Mr. Milorad Dodik, and with his team. We discussed our joint efforts on all the matters that were discussed during the meetings between Milorad Dodik and the President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, and we prioritize practical matters of developing our bilateral cooperation, our bilateral ties. We discussed the schedule of upcoming contacts at the various levels between ministries and agencies. We noted productive, sustainable effort in the field of energy, and we also especially noted the great success achieved in the field of culture, communitarian ties, and education, especially considering the construction of the Russian-Serbian Church and Spiritual Center. Mr. President gave us the materials that are depicting the final phase of the construction work, and now they start the work on the interiors of the church. And we appreciate the attention paid by Republika Srpska to Russian language. More than 12,000 school students now learn it, and we also discuss cooperation in the field of media. And I would like to note that international matters we discussed, first of all, from the standpoint of what's happening in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and it is even more symbolic considering that on September 9th in Republika Srpska they honored the victims of the bombardments by the NATO. And NATO's aggression took place in 1995, so today, this year, it's 30th anniversary of that aggression, and 30th anniversary in December. It will be the 30th anniversary of signing of the Dayton Accords, the framework accords on peace in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Russia is one of the guarantors of this essential document. Resolutely condemned any attempts to use criminal persecution to try to get rid of the various political figures, including our friend, legitimately elected President of Republika Srpska, Milorad Dodik. And they are doing this under the excuse to try to charge President Dodik with a criminal offense, and the criminal offense, as Mr. Schmidt is putting it, is that Mr. Dodik is not fulfilling the orders and decisions by Mr. Schmidt. You can't really wrap your head around it. To have someone self-appointed a Gauleiter, basically, because we are speaking about a German national here. Basically, this person is trying to usurp all the authority, all the power in a sovereign state. And the rights of this state are clearly stipulated in the resolution of the UN Security Council. And this Gauleiter Schmidt is being assisted by the Constitutional Court. And the West has made sure to keep control over this Constitutional Court, because still 3 members of the Constitutional Court are appointed from the outside, and the Bosnians and the Serbs and the Croats and the Bosniaks, they cannot resolve their domestic issues in a normal manner to resolve judicial matters via adhering to the balance of interest. And Russia, in its turn, reaffirmed being a permanent member of the UN Security Council, being one of the guarantors of the Dayton Accords, will continue to make efforts to support this essential document and to support those forces who are fighting to preserve the Dayton Accords, and we are going to pay special attention to these in December when Russia will be presiding over the UN Security Council, and a session of this council is appointed for December 31st, and we are going to prepare for this session because many of our counterparts will have to answer uncomfortable but legitimate questions. I believe the meeting that took place was done in good time. We agreed to continue our mutually beneficial dialogue with the Foundation for Bosnia Herzegovina that was approved by the UN Security Council, and the main principles are the equality between the three nation-forming peoples, Serbs, Croats, and Bosniaks, and equality of two entities, Republika Srpska and the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina. That is consisted of Bosniaks and Croats, and two entities in accordance with the Dayton Agreement must have wide constitutional authority. And we noted and we listed a great number of facts that all these things, all these principles approved by the UN Security Council are being undermined by the Westerners that are acting in a more and more blatant manner. And they are not even hiding their idea to have a full control over Bosnia and Herzegovina, to rid Serbs of the rights guaranteed by the Dayton Accords, and to try to turn the country into a unitary state with obedient government, with obedient judicial and other bodies of power. And that's why we are observing the gravest political crisis in the country, which is fraught with, which can bring about the destabilization of the entire Balkan region.